The health of the British countryside relies on our river system. It gives us wildlife habitats, water for animals to drink, and to irrigate farmland. But we haven't always taken the greatest care of what is a vital resource. I've come to Lancashire to visit the River Yarrow, where positive action has been taken by local people to restore the waterway to its former glory. Over the years, this river has had everything chucked in it or chucked at it. The wildlife checked out years ago. But over the last 13 years, the most immense environmental battle has taken place right here. The Industrial Revolution saw mills and workshops spring up along the banks of our river system, diverting the water flow to power them. As a result, the waterways became a dumping ground for the chemical waste from local factories. Retired fishing enthusiast John Bamford used to play here on the banks of the Yarrow as a child, and his love for the place has never waned. Even on a wretched day like this, it's a beautiful looking river.
Yeah, but 50 years ago, this was an open sewer. The industrial pollution that went on here is unbelievable. You could come down one day, the river was red, come down the day after, it was blue.
And where was all this stuff coming from?
Industries further up the river. Carpet making, dyeing, bleaching, everything that they didn't want into the river. The river just died. I mean, when I was a youngster, 10, 11, this river was alive with fish. Yeah. And then overnight, decimated.
The river is part of quite a complex system, and if the river dies, so much else goes with it.
Absolutely. This is the blood of the environment, and once that dies, everything else dies. But it was during a walk along the river in 2001 that John spotted something incredible, which spurred him into action to try and help clean up this waterway. I was stood here with my brothers, and this salmon was just trying to jump up to get to its spawning ground.
This is one lonely salmon?
One lonely salmon trying to get up to lay its eggs. And it just couldn't negotiate the weir. This is not a natural thing, this is man-made. And it was just literally banging its head. We'd flop back down into the water and try again.
That must have been a tragic sight.
Oh, yeah. It was really, really sad. Thinking that, you know, Mother Nature's trying to get it up there and we'd stopped it.
John was not alone in his concern for the river and joined the volunteer group, the Friends of the River Yarrow. And it's a very hands-on membership, isn't it?
Yes, we'll plant trees, we'll litter pick on some farmers' fields. We've buffer stripped about 17 mile of bank.
What is that?
Well, buffer stripping is whereby the farmer gives us a certain amount of land away from the river, and we put a fence down there to stop the farm animals going and destroying the river bank. We put the fence down and then plant the trees. We've planted over 5,000 trees, and then nature does the rest. Once the trees are going, the wildflowers start, the bees come, pollinate. It's like a green corridor.
And the group also found a way to turn back the tide for the struggling salmon, which saw them successfully return to spawn here for the first time in more than 100 years. Now, what did you do to solve the salmon's problem?
We built this fish pass. So that's a series of steps. So the fish come round the corner and they'll sense there's an overflow there, a flow of water, and they'll jump up. Then they go into the first pot, second pot. There's 12 pots altogether.
That must be amazing to see.
Yes, it's exhilarating. And of course people come from miles around to stand here and watch the fish jump up.
Salmon live out at sea, but they need clean, fresh water to move into when they breed in the autumn. 3/4 of rivers in England and Wales fall below a new European environmental standard, so it's vital that projects like this help to provide habitats for salmon to thrive. People will be watching this and they'll be inspired by what you have achieved. What's your advice to them about getting a project going?
You've got to have commitment, enthusiasm and tenacity. You've got to have a feel for it that goes to your bones. And I love this river, I love this park, I love everything about it.
Perhaps as far removed from a sewer as you could possibly imagine.
Absolutely, yeah. It's just a pity that we haven't seen the kingfisher flying up and we've not got the dippers there. But
this is not a good day for anybody to be out, let alone kingfishers.
This is all right for the ducks. And that's about it.